Spencer broke the program record for made three-pointers in a career tonight. Maxime tied his career high with 29 points. We'll open it up for questions.
Hate the 30 ball, huh?
All right. So Spencer, will this be a bittersweet moment? You break the record, have a pretty good first half, but end up falling out and lose the game.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you want to win. Obviously you want to win before anything. I'll think more about this record after I get over the sting of the loss. But no, I'm sure it'll mean a lot to me. Going through what I've gone through this season, I'm still able to do it. So, yeah.
What do you know about Jason Raynaud, the guy whose record you broke?
It means a little bit. I mean, I've trained with him in the off season, this off season a couple times, and I've gotten a relationship with him. So it's cool to know him, and he's definitely was a fantastic player when he played here. So it means certainly something.
Maxime, what have you seen from Spencer over the last 3 years, and where he's going to be into the record?
I think he's been the greatest leader by example we could have hoped for. Always giving everything he has. Obviously, like you can see on his wrist during the game, like he's playing like through a lot throughout all last 3 seasons, and I really respect that. And I think he's that kind of like silent leader that you just follow because of his action, of all the works he puts in the off season, and also like a great leader off the court, like a funny guy that like knows how to like gather people at times. So yeah, I just have a ton of respect for him as a leader and as a person as well.
All right, Spencer, one more game back here, and it's also Battle of the Bay.
Absolutely.
So, is that getting your juices going? I know you're upset now, but are you really thinking about, like, man, this is going to be it? And last time walking around Maples.
Exactly. Last time, no. I mean, you hit on everything. It's the last time I'll play Cal. Last time for the rivalry. Even got a ex-Stanford player, coaching them. So there's a lot that feels like on the line or something to get up for. So no, we certainly won't be slacking for that one.
Anything else from you guys?
Yeah, just kind of in general, kind of what was it about Oregon State that was different maybe from last time to this time? Did you guys beat them up there? Was there anything they did differently, or just what was the difference in today's game from your perspective?
I think when we see Oregon State, we often talk about like Jordan Pope and Tyler Bielido that are obviously like the 2 best players by far. But when like Rataj get like 22, Akano get 11 and 5, like 11 and 7, sorry, all these kind of things. Obviously, like the rest of their team played pretty well as well. We had to do a better job on defense. They made a couple tough shots, but like we need to find a way to like stop those. Probably get more rebounds as well. And then I think offensively, especially in the first half, we went through like a pretty rough stretch. Eventually, like we know we're one of the best offensive teams in the pack, and like we've proven that over and over again. I think we're also like a great shooting team. It's been a couple of nights, it hasn't gotten in. Like our offense has been kind of rusty, but we're still gonna stick with the process and hopefully like win the last few games we have of the season, and then head to the Pac-12 tournament with a couple wins under our belt, and hopefully like win that thing.
For a while, you guys were the only ones that could score. Like you guys are combined for like, I don't know, 20 small points. And like, what's it like playing in a game where there's just 2 of you guys kind of producing for the team offensively? What's that like, and what do you think maybe accounted for that?
I mean, when you get the hot hand, we're unselfish in that manner where, if you see somebody get the hot hand, they're likely to get it, keep going to them. Personally, when I see something like that, I feel like we got to get other guys rolling. That's how our team success is built, on that unselfish play. When everybody's scoring, everybody's shooting well. So we just got to be a little bit more unselfish with the basketball. Our assist to turnover rate's been down in the last couple games. We got to get that back up.
All right, so the way the game started, it was kind of weird. It's like they hit a 3, and you guys hit 3 straight threes, and of course you broke the record at that moment.
Yep.
So then they went on a run. So it was a bunch of runs, and then in the second half, how did you feel? Did you feel like I don't have the stroke anymore, or?
Certainly the foul trouble puts you out of it. That was pretty much the biggest thing with me. Obviously when you get high, when you get start to get close to that 5 number, you get a little less aggressive in certain aspects, and I've always struggled on how to approach the game through that way. Just because I'm always an ultra aggressive guy, especially on defense. So yeah, just managing that was kind of the thing that kind of maybe threw me off, if anything.
Maxime, there's the double technical in the second half. What happened there?
Before the game, actually not before the game, at halftime, we said that we wanted to get all the 50-50 balls, have some like tough plays, how we call them. Benny dove on the ball. Andre tried to get it. Eventually, like, got out of bound. And as we're standing up, just like some of the Oregon State dudes, like trying to start something for no reason. We're just out here to like separate them. And obviously, like, refs like just turn around and like see the last play that happened. So like once we're the one that separate them, eventually like they kind of catch me in the action. But nothing serious. I mean, I don't think like anyone in our team, any in their team, like has any business with like starting like a fight or anything like that. Like we're just here to play. Obviously, it's unfortunate. Like I should not get technical fouls. Like it just for the Stanford brand and also just for me, like it's just not the way I want to play. But at the same time, like I'm gonna stand up for my teammates and like there's no way like someone just gonna push around Benny like that just because he dove on a fucking ball. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys. With that,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach Jerod Haase. Coach, you want to start off with a statement?
Certainly a lot of credit to Oregon State. They played well, and obviously 3 of their players had monster games. And defensively, we've struggled at times this year. And at the end of the day, sometimes we need to be able to adjust defensive schemes. And there is a lot of pride sometimes just one-on-one and one-on-one matchups, and they did a nice job making some tough shots. Some of them were a little bit easier, but defensively we struggled to get stops. And then offensively we're in a little bit of funk right now, just a touch out of rhythm. Guys are trying to do the right things, but when you do get a touch out of rhythm, and a couple of guys are getting either maybe a little bit conservative, trying not to make a mistake, or getting aggressive, trying to make something happen. It kind of just it throws everything off just a touch. So we need to get back to the drawing board and find an offensive rhythm. Defensively, continue to find ways to be more efficient. I do want to give them a ton of credit. I thought they played a good game. I thought our guys, the desire's there, that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it's the head coach's responsibility to produce wins. And I'll get back to the drawing board and try and do better.
All right, so Coach, it was a bunch of runs back and forth, and you guys kept fighting back. But when it came down to it, you guys had 8 free throw misses. I think they had 4. So how important was that to have that many misses?
Yeah.
Close game like that.
Really important. It was a priority for us to try and keep them off the free throw line. They are much more successful when they get to the free throw line a lot. But like, as you said, we've got to be able to knock in our own free throws. Some were through the course of the game. Some seemed really timely. But those are the kind of things you can't do if you want to be able to win conference games.
7.5 minutes scoreless stretch in the first half. What led to the struggles there?
Who's that?
The 7.5 minutes scoreless stretch as a team.
Yeah.
In the first half.
Yeah, it was ugly there for a little while in the first half. Some of the shots were good shots. Again, that's where I go back to a little bit, just a little bit out of sorts, out of rhythm. We've been a free-flowing team for the most part this year, shooting with a lot of confidence, playing with a lot of confidence. And then again, it's as that rhythm is lost right now, we just need to find a way to get it back. And I do think it's solvable and fixable. I don't think it's anything that's quote-unquote broken. But at the end of the day, we have to have guys making plays with a great deal of confidence and under control, guys shooting with a great deal of confidence. And I need to find a way to be able to get that back.
They out-rebounded you guys by 17.
Yep.
What could you guys do better to close the gap in that area?
Yeah, that was extremely disappointing. Extremely disappointing. It's kind of 3 categories. It's, is there an unlucky bounce that we did everything right and it's just unlucky? Is it technique where we're not boxing out? Or is it pursuit where they're out pursuing us? And as I look at the film, I'll certainly dig into those areas and find out where we're deficient. And my guess is it's some of all those categories are going to be in there, just like every game. But we need to make sure our technique is there, and then the desire to go get that ball is there. And we didn't look; those numbers aren't acceptable.
So, Coach, how about the ebbs and flows with Spencer himself? I mean, he makes 3 threes in the first half, breaks the record, and in the second half, 2 points, and then fouls out. So, how did you see his game play out, and where did you see things fall apart?
Yeah, no, I love Spencer. He's been so important to this program. breaking the record is really a feather in his cap, a lot of work, and I'm thrilled that he got that done. He's played in a lot of pain, different levels all year, and the fact that he's gotten out right now says a lot more about him and his character, and that's going to be what's going to serve him well the rest of his life, even more than his three-point shooting. But think the world of him. Look, at the end of the day, we need all of our players to being as close as playing as close to their potential as we can get them, Spencer included. And when he's good and at his best, it's awfully good. And but look, when you're in some pain and discomfort, it's sometimes hard to get that consistency. But he's doing everything he possibly can to get there.
Anything else for Coach? Awesome. Thank you, guys.